Hi guys, welcome to the Fight Tech channel. The head of the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, confirmed on social networks that a 10% deposit from Frank Warren, who won a tender with $41 million to organize a fight for the world heavyweight title between Tyson Fury and Dillian White, has arrived at the federation's account. Now the WBC management is waiting for information about the date and venue of the fight and the contract signed by both boxers. Unofficially, there are rumors that Fury and White will cross gloves on April 23 in Cardiff. The promoter of heavyweight Dillian White, Hearn, spoke about the distribution of fees in his client's fight with WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury. The distribution of fees will not be 80-20. The winner will receive 10% and the remaining 19% will be distributed in the ratio of 80-20. If Dillian White wins the fight, he will earn 12 million, and if not, then 8 million. We are still working on the situation with this distribution. After the auction, the winning party has 10 days to deposit this 10%, that's $4 million. Fury's side done that. They read that White has to sign the contract. That's not so. We don't have a contract yet. The winner of the auction must send the contract for signature, and it must be signed by February 21. Now we're waiting for a deposit and a contract. It's not that Dillian isn't taking the fight. It's just a process we are going through, Hearn said. Top British heavyweight Joe Joyce hopes that he will get the opportunity to fight with the current WBA, WBO and IBF world champion Alexander Usyk. According to Joyce, he really wants to take revenge for the defeat in the semi-professional WSB league, which the Ukrainian inflicted on him in 2013. If we fought this opponent before, so it would be great to take revenge. Usyk is at a good level. Let's see how he handles Anthony Joshua. If Usyk repeats what he did in their first fight, then I will be happy to challenge him again. He has been highly respected since his amateur career, so it would be a good fight, Joshua said in an interview. Recall that in September last year, Usyk defeated Joshua by unanimous decision. It is expected that their rematch will take place in May or June of this year. Friends, before starting to watch this video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to my channel. If you really enjoyed the content, then please subscribe to my channel and keep watching the videos. If you are subscribed, then you receive notifications about the release of new videos. You do not even have to look for anything personally. I really want to get 10,000 subscribers on my channel. I'm trying very hard, absolutely every day, and I need your support. Your likes, comments, reposts to social networks. Thanks to everyone who subscribes to my channel. You are my support. Thank you so much. Agis Klimas, manager of the WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk, said that the Ukrainian boxers' camp does not know who will prepare Anthony Joshua for their rematch. Klimas suggested that due to the need to find a common language with a new mentor, Joshua's team will try to postpone the rematch with Usyk until June, although the fight was originally planned to be held in April. As you know, Joshua has a new coach. No one knows who trains him. Perhaps they will try to get more time to prepare. Maybe the fight will take place sometime in June, but Alexander will also prepare for this fight, Agis Klimas said in an interview. Early Joshua and his promoter Hearn hinted that due to the defeat in the first fight with Usyk, AJ would replace his long-term coach Rob McCracken with another specialist. But so far, there have been no official announcements about this. Frank Warren, a promoter of WBC champion Tyson Fury, said that his team is negotiating with a trusted person of Dillian White to agree on the organization of the fight. Recall that Warren, along with his American colleagues from Top Rank, won the promotional auction thanks to a record bid of $41 million. beating Eddie Hearn's Matchroom Boxing Company. According to the preliminary information, the Fury-White fight is scheduled to take place on April 23 in the United Kingdom. This week, the most serious work was done on the fantastic fight between Tyson Fury and Dillian White. We have put money on deposit, and right now plans for organizing a grandiose event are being finalized. We will announce the date and venue of the fight as soon as we settle all the details, so keep your eyes open, Warren said. We are in contact with White's lawyer, and we are also confident that he will soon sign an agreement to fight with the Gypsy King. Why would White refuse to fight for the WBC heavyweight title? He will be paid a whole lot of money for it. Plus, this is his chance to fight for a full belt against the best boxer on the planet. At some time, I can't understand why the media keep asking Eddie Hearn about the details of this fight, because he has nothing to do with it. Until Dillian tells us otherwise, Matchroom does not represent White in negotiations, and we will cooperate with those representatives of White, whom he himself chose. And this is not Matchroom Boxing. If they wanted to participate in all this, then they should have bid more, Frank Warren said. The WBC World Heavyweight Champion Tyson Fury believes that he should effortlessly defeat the mandatory challenger for his title, Dillian White, whom he will meet at the end of April in the United Kingdom. I think White looks like a mediocre heavyweight. Slow legs, slow hands, slow power. He is just made for a gifted boxer like me. I have to chop White down like a big oak tree, slice him up like cheese. I only think about the upcoming fight. I never look behind the opponent's backs. In the heavyweight division, everything can change instantly. Nothing is guaranteed until you come out to fight someone who will box with you, Tyson said. WBC heavyweight champion Tyson Fury believes that his former rival Deontay Wilder would have easily dealt with Anthony Joshua. According to Fury, the bronze bomber would have coped with Joshua for 3 rounds. I will say that Deontay Wilder would have knocked out this bomb in 3 rounds, Tyson Fury wrote on his Twitter page. At one time, Joshua and Wilder held all the heavyweight titles, and their mega fight was one of the most anticipated events in the boxing world. However, the boxing teams could not agree on a fight, and then their results went downhill. In June 2019, Joshua sensationally lost to Andy Ruiz, and then although he returned to the WBA, WBO and IBF titles in a rematch, but after a few fights he gave them to Alexander Usyk. Wilder drew a fight with Fury in December 2018 and retained the WBC belt, but later lost 2 times in a row ahead of schedule to the Briton. British WBC heavyweight world champion Tyson Fury shared his opinion about his compatriot Anthony Joshua and the prospects of the British heavyweight in a rematch with the Ukrainian Alexander Usyk. The Gypsy King harshly criticized Anthony Joshua, saying that he would not be able to defeat Usyk in a rematch and this would put a final end to his career. I think Anthony Joshua is a useless old bum. They dragged him through the Olympics and gave him gold in London. As soon as Joshua reached a new level, he was immediately knocked out. He went to the United States, where real fights takes place, and was completely destroyed by a fat guy who took the fight on 2 weeks' notice. Do I think he's a great fighter? Damn it, no! I think he is a useless back. Then Joshua fought with a boxer who is twice as elite, and he outboxed him. Although he just had to go for it and try to win the fight. If he goes to a boxing match for the heavyweight championship and doesn't even try to win, then for me he is a useless old back. He will not pass Alexander Usyk in the next fight. His career is over, Fury said. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel.